Hey, influencers. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Behind the Screen Business Confessions. It's your girl here, Anika Cohen. And I want to welcome you to Behind the Screen Business Confessions. Okay. This is a podcast created to uplift small business owners, okay, who are building through challenges, doubt, and growing pains. We are here to simply just unpack with real raw conversations. Come on, to create alignment, income, and impact without losing yourself. Okay? So, welcome to the show, influencers. Welcome to Behind the Screen Business Confessions. Listen, if this is your first time here, I want you to go on, like, subscribe, and share with another small business owner, someone that is aspiring to start their own business. Allow them to join us here in the community. I welcome you, okay? I welcome you here. And I am excited because this is part two. This is part two of us having a conversation about your brand doesn't need more followers. It needs a plan. It needs a plan. And that's where we have to be intentional about being still, being quiet, allowing ourselves to what? Prepare and plan, because it's easy just to show up on whatever platform you are promoting your business and products and services. It's very easy to be visible, but have no viability. And that's what I wanted to shed light on. And so, yes, I want to recap. Let's recap the points that we talked about on last week. Okay. So, point number one from us talking last week was stop the stroll mentality. That's what we talked about last week. Number two, the myth of more followers. Okay, we talked about the myth of followers. And I'm just going to recap that for a moment because, that's very important that we highlight the myths. Okay, more followers do not guarantee sales. Visibility without intention leads to exhaustion. Okay, and alignments change. Strategy doesn't. Come on here, somebody. So a high follower count does not mean that you are automatically successful. Not without intention and strategy. Come on here, somebody. So we talked about those myths. Okay, we talked about point number three, what a brand plan actually looks like. What does that look like in your industry? What does that look like for you? Again, to be intentional and strategic about serving your audience. Come on here, about serving your audience. So the brand plan actually consists of who are you serving? What are you serving? What's the problem that you solve? And how are you going to generate income? How are you going to generate revenue in your business? That's what we're going to talk about. So point number four, we talked about the signs your brand lacks a plan. And this is simply just for us, again, to be aware of what's not working. So we can be very clear about, again, what's not working. Okay, so if you are posting without purpose, if you are inconsistent with your messaging, if there is confusion, right? No clear call to action, you're feeling busy but not paid. Those are very indicators that you are not functioning, you are not operating with intention or strategy, and your brand is going to suffer because of that. And so we want to get still, we want to get quiet, and we want to allow ourselves to simply plan and prepare. All right, so your brand doesn't need more followers. It needs a plan. It needs a plan. So let's go on into part two. And this is where I'm going to be talking about parts 5 through 8. All right. Because now this is where we are able to take action with clarity, confidence, and strategy. Come on here. Y'all know what I say. We take action with clarity, confidence, and strategy. That's it, and that's all. Okay. So point number 5, I want to talk about the cost of building without a plan. The cost of building without a plan. Again, it will cost you so much, but let's talk about that. Number one, it's going to cost you energy. You don't have time to waste. Your energy is valuable. Your energy is important to you being sustainable in your life, in your well-being. I am the business coach that believes you are a priority. And so without you, nothing else matters. The business doesn't matter. Nothing else matters when you are not well. And so when you are operating from that space of frustration, overstimulation, you are wasting time and energy. So the cost of building without a plan is simply you're wasting your time. You're missing income opportunities. Come on here, somebody, because consistency sells. Consistency converts. I know that to be true. So you'll miss income opportunities. You'll become burnt out from chasing the trends, from chasing the social media. Don't allow yourself to compete and compare. Allow yourself to get still and get quiet and serve your audience. You have to shift your mindset to say, I am serving. I am serving my audience. I am serving my community. I am building my network. I choose to serve. I choose to what? Live. Come on here. Y'all know our motto. We choose to live. What does that stand for? To be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious and enlightened. Yes, come on here, somebody. So that means I'm not chasing anything or anyone. I'm not competing. I'm not comparing myself. I do have my mentors, right? I do have the people that inspire me. I do have the people that, again, motivate me to want to do better for myself. But I'm in no competition, right? I'm not in any competition. Come on here, somebody, because some of us, we're in competition, if we can just be honest. And that person that you are in competition with has their own journey. They have their own journey. And so do you. So let's eliminate the burnt out. Right? Just you're posting just to be posting without no purpose. And that will cause you to lose your confidence. You can be a confident woman or man when you first started, but then slowly and steadily, you'll begin to lose your confidence because you are being visible, but not viable. You are being visible. You're posting, but there's no intention. There's no call to action. Okay? So the cost of building without a plan is you're wasting your time and energy, you're missing income opportunities, and you become burnt out and you begin to lose your confidence. Come on here, somebody. Don't leave me out here by myself. Listen, every post without a plan is a missed opportunity. And I know for some of you, you may be saying, well, I'm doing just that. I'm posting with calls to action. Come on here. I can hear you. I'm posting with a purpose. I've been consistent in my messaging, right? I have a clear call to action, but yet there is not any consistent revenue. My God. In due time. So I would tell that person who's saying, I'm doing everything that you are mentioning on this show, but I'm still not converting on a consistent basis. I say in due time. I'm going to highly encourage that you track, assess, and adjust for the next quarter, right? For the next 3 months, track, assess, track your data, and then go back and assess it and make the improvisions, make the revisions. Right? Come on here, somebody. Allow yourself to pivot. Because you may be consistent in your messaging. You may be consistent with posting with a purpose, but there may be some confusion around your offers. Your call to actions may not be clear to who you're speaking to. Come on here, somebody. So you might need to just switch up your language. There's some improvisions that need to take place. What is that for you? Right? What is that for you? I always say, go back, track, assess, and adjust. If you're not meeting the goals that you have set in place, and you know without a shadow of a doubt that you are posting with purpose, you do have a consistent message, right? You are clear about what you're offering in your audience, but just not consistent in the conversion, then track, assess, adjust, and pivot. And know that in due time, why are we rushing? In due time, you may not be in a position to receive what it is that you desire. You may not be in a position to receive what you desire in this moment. So again, it takes me back to preparation. I'm always going to focus on you because you matter. Without you, there's nothing else matters. Without you, nothing else exists. So you are important. Self-care and love is just as important as you developing your brand and your business. So every post without a plan is a missed opportunity. Take that with you today. All right. So point number 6. Point number 6 is I want you to shift from visibility to viability. Right? And what I'm simply talking about when I say that word viable, what I mean is your brand supports your life, right? What you have set out to do, the vision that you have been called to do, does it support your life? Does it support your life? It should be in alignment. And that's why this show was created, because I believe that these are the conversations that we must have in order to mature and evolve as a being and doing what I'm called to do, what I was anointed and equipped to do. This is purpose. This is passion. And so it has to be aligned with my life. Or am I just doing something that everyone else is doing? Right? So viability just means your brand supports your life. Is it supporting your life? You want your brand to mature and evolve as you grow in life. So if it's stagnant, you are stagnant. If the business is complacent, you're complacent. You always got to check in with yourself. That is my belief, because the law of attraction is what we're living in. That's what we're living in. Attraction, the law of being. So yes, strategy creates freedom. Hear me today. Strategy creates freedom. Okay? Because here's the bottom line. When we talk about shift from visibility to viability, that means, again, I'm posting with purpose. This is not about, let me say this very clearly. The goal is not to be seen. It's to be sustained. It's to serve. Come on here. The goal is not to be seen. So if that's what the goal is, then you've met the goal. You're being visible. Right? You're being visible, but not viable. The brand isn't connecting to your life. It's not serving you with income, profit. It's not serving you because you're exhausted or overstimulated, because then there's no plan. We're just, again, being visible. No. When you are generating income and you are operating from a place of purpose, rest and stability is welcomed. Rest and stability is welcome. Come on here, somebody. So we have to shift from visibility to becoming more viable. Allow yourself to mature and evolve with your brand. Allow your brand and you as a being to connect as one. And that's when we begin to have that word that I like, balance and boundaries. balance and boundaries. We begin to operate from that space of balance and boundaries. Absolutely. Because again, the goal is not to be seen. The goal is to be sustained. Woo! Glory to God. That's the goal. So moving on. Come on here, because we're shifting. Shift requires you to move. Shift requires you to take action. But before you can move or take action, you got to get still and get quiet and prepare. Come on here, somebody. So point number 7, let's talk about the 4-point brand plan. I'm going to give you 4 parts to really getting clarity about your brand, your business, your living legacy, right? So let's talk about that. I want to break this down in a practical way. I'm giving you the 4 points to the four points to your brand plan. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So the first thing that we got to consider is, number 1, your message. Your message. Your message. What do you want to be known for? Right? What do you want to be known for in the marketplace that you serve? I want to be known for being a business strategist, a business coach, someone who serves and supports her community to build, grow their brand with what? Clarity, confidence, and strategy. That's what I want to be known for as the business coach who helps, right? Serves her community to help them build and grow their brand with clarity, confidence, and strategy. That's what I want to be known for. So what's the problem that I solve? Right? You got to know the problem that you solve, because that's your message. That's your message. That's what you're speaking to your audience. So I know that I'm a business strategist coach, and I serve and support leaders in the marketplace who want to build, grow their business, right? Online. And I help them to get clarity, confidence, and strategy. That's the problem that I'm solving, that they are stuck. They don't know what direction to go. They don't know how to get started in their business. I help them to get started. I help them to develop that plan. I help them to get unstuck, become laser focused, right? I help them to gain clarity about, again, the direction that they want to take for their business and how to get that going, moving forward, right? So that's the problem that I solve. What is your message? Okay. And whatever, and who you are serving and the problem that you're solving, that's where you start. So what's the message? What do you want to be known for? I told you what I want to be known for. I am Anika Cohen, your business strategist coach. And I want to be known to helping and serving my community build their living legacy, build their brand, their business, following the vision, not the crowd. I don't want to be known for that coach that supports these individuals. Absolutely. And so speak to the problem very clearly. Speak to the problem very clearly. If you are stuck, frustrated, overstimulated, you have a vision idea, but you're not clear on how to get started and what to do, then that's the problem I solve. Come on here. Right? So number 1, you got to know your message. And those are 2 questions that can really help you to get started, especially those of you who aspire to get in the marketplace, right? Because I know content creators, influencers, that's popular. And everyone is overlooking the fact that that's still a brand, that's still a business as a content creator, right? And so you should have some plan develop on how you want to show up in that space and not just post to post, right? Because are you entertaining or are you a professional? I'm not an entertainer. I am a professional. I value my time. Come on here, somebody. So that comes with a different level of thinking and maturity. So number 2, now that we got clear about the message, okay, so the first part to your brand plan is your message, all right? The second part to your brand plan is your offer, right? So what are you selling? What are you selling? What are your products and what are your services? Is it clear? Okay? Is it clear what it is that you are selling, what it is that you are offering to your community? You want to be clear. So is it priced? Is it in alignment with the message? Does it go together? Right? Okay. So here's the thing, y'all. You got to be clear. Don't be intimidated by what everyone else is doing. That's why you got to be laser focused on what it is that you are called to do. Okay. And so again, is it clear? What are you selling? Is it clear? And is it priced? And is it aligned? That's it. That's all. That's number 2. So you got your message, you got your offer, and now number 3, come on, direction. Direction. Absolutely direction. Direction. Okay, so let's talk about that. How does someone go from client? No, I'm sorry, I'm saying this wrong. How does someone go from follower to client? I'm talking about direction because you are the leader. Come on here, somebody. You are the leader. And when you are posting with intention and strategy, it is your responsibility to lead the follower. So you must lead the follower to be what? A potential client. So what's the direction? How does someone go from being a follower to a client? How is that being streamlined? Do you have a system? You following me? We need a system. So do you have one? What's the direction? So once you post, you have your call to action, right? Are you instructing them? Subscribe today, right? Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Are you being clear on, again, how you're getting the follower to a client? What's the engagement? What's the interaction? What's the instruction, right? Is there a booking page? Is there an email list? Is there a link in your bio? Let's start there. Is there a link in your bio, an email list, a booking page? Do you have a calendar? Right? Because those are the directions that you should be leading your follower to become a client. Are you following me? The link in your bio, the email list, the booking page, your click funnel, whatever is in your system, that should be in place, and that should be your clear call to action, because that's called conversion. The follower is now converted to a client, or they are now a potential client because they're on your email list, they're on your booking page, right? They're now connected to you in a more intimate way, so you can constantly nurture the relationship through your email list. Or if you're directing them to your calendar, hello, they're seeing your services, and so they book a discovery session or a consultation, right? They inquire. If they are led to your website, right, then they are, again, contacting you, leaving you a message. Is that going to your business email, right? Again, what's your system? Have a system in place. You got to have a system, because that gives the follower a clear opportunity to become a prospect, to become a potential client. All right. So direction is very important. All right. Consistency is the 4th part to the brand plan. You want to be consistent. All right. And there's so many other layers into what I am providing to you on this show. However, if you're serious about what you're called to do, I'm going to admonish you to schedule a discovery session with myself. Schedule a discovery session. Let's get clear. Let's get some clarity. Let's get some direction. Don't spin your wheels. Don't go in cycles and circles. That doesn't serve you or the vision. So there's so many other layers that go into your message, your offer, your direction, right? Your path that you're taking your clients on, and the consistency of it. So much more that goes into these 4 parts, but this is the basics. This is the basics. This is the basic formula that I follow. And so, consistency. Show up with intention, not pressure. Not the faking it till you make it. I hate that. I don't even like the word hate because I know that's a strong term. But I just dislike that term. Fake it till you make it. No, just be yourself. You don't have to fake anything. You don't have to fake anything. I am who I am. Either you like me or you don't. And I know that about me. There is no in between. Either you like me or you don't. And that's okay. I know I'm not supposed to be likable with everybody I come in contact with. And it don't even have to be no reason. Anyway, I've learned that. I've learned not to take things personal. Don't take things personal. So your consistency will help you to show up with intention, not pressure. You want quality over quantity. Period. Okay. Quality over quantity any day. Quality service. Okay. So this is your 4-part brand plan. I'm going to recap it for you. You want the message, you want the offer, you want the direction. Okay. And you want consistency. This is just a baseline that you should follow and implement the TAA. We know what that stands for here in our community. We want to track, assess, and adjust. Give yourself permission to do that. And then you will be able to scale up. And give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Right? We want instant gratification. And I'm here to tell you that is not going to be the case every time in any area of life. It's not going to be instant. You're not going to be able to be instantly gratified. So you're going to have to give yourself grace along the journey. Okay. And so our last point for part 2, right? Part 2 of your brand doesn't need more followers. It needs a plan. Number 8, faith. Woo! Yes, I'm a believer. Absolutely. I'm a believer. And for me, faith has everything to do with this journey that I said yes to. Yes, it has everything to do with it. So I like to talk about that because faith plus your mindset absolutely tie in. Faith plus mindset must tie in. They must go together for me, because it is the foundation of this vision. My spirituality, my faith is the foundation. And so if my faith, or when my faith becomes unstable, my business is unstable. So to me, planning is all about stewardship, not control. Because my faith is what allows me to work in strategy. Faith and strategy work together. And the bottom line is God honors me because I do prepare. He honors us when we sit, get still and get quiet and actually prepare and allow him to speak to us, allow him to download the vision instead of getting consumed and allowing yourself to go to a space to compete and compare what other people are doing when he didn't give you that vision anyway. Good God Almighty. Okay. So we want to be clear. We want to be clear. And know that. We just have to know that. So I just gonna leave you with this scripture. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. That's Proverbs 21:5. I'm sharing that with you. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. Proverbs 21:5. So listen, influencers, let's go ahead and recap, because this was part 2 of the brand doesn't need more followers. It needs a plan. So this is, again, the safe space for our community to talk about the challenges, the growing pains, the doubt, because we want to create alignment, impact, and income without losing ourselves. This is why this show was created, because it is the safe space. So influencers, let's recap. Your brand doesn't need more followers. It needs a plan, because followers do not equal freedom. A plan creates freedom. A plan creates freedom. Okay, and sustainability. Come on here, somebody. So let's recap for part 1 and part 2. Listening to the understanding of, we want to, point number 1 was stop the stroll mentality. Number 2 was the myth of more followers. Number 3 was what a brand plan actually is. We talked about that. Number 4, we talked about signs your brand lacks a plan. Number 5, the cost of building without a plan. Number 6, shifting from visibility to viability. Come on here. Okay, we talked about that, maturing in our brand, right? Number 7, we broke down the 4-part brand plan. Okay, because this is the foundation of your brand. This is where it starts. You getting clarity about these things, your message, your offer, your direction, right? And you're being consistent. So those are very important. And last but not least, I just wanted to tie in your faith. Those of you who are believers, listen, faith without works is dead. We have to put in the work. And so they work together. So the plan of the diligent, meaning you pursue, you seek after. Come on. The plans, but you got to have a plan of the diligent lead surely to abundance. So you got to have the plan. He tells us we got to have the plan anyway. Proverbs 21:5. So that is our recap, influencers, ladies and gentlemen. That is our recap. So audit your brand this week. That's my call to action for you. Edit your brand this week. Allow yourself to get still, get quiet. Give yourself maybe a half hour to an hour to really audit your brand. Remember, we want a TAA. We want to track, assess, and adjust. Whether that's every month, whether that is every quarter, once a quarter, you going through your business logistics and you just allowing yourself to get real, right? Because this is all about the real and raw conversations. This is not the platform where we're shaming you. We're not judging you. We're getting clarity. Come on here, somebody. And the only way that we get clarity is to be aware of what's not working. So we have to what? Review. So audit your brand this week. Who am I serving? What am I selling? Where am I sending my audience? My audience. Okay? Because again, your brand doesn't need more eyes. It needs more intention. Because clarity creates confidence. And confidence converts. Ow! So listen, influencers, if you were encouraged, I want you to go on and comment below. I love to hear from you because your voice matters here. And as we do every show, I want you to share your confessions. We allow our audience to share their confessions. We have a link for our community to share their confessions behind the screen, right? Give it sound, give it a voice, and allow us to serve you, right? We are helpers of one another. So until next time, influencers, y'all already know what I'm about to say. I want you to choose to live. Okay? Choose to live. Choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious, and enlightened.